Stop eating so much fiber. It won't help with constipation. That's what Dr. Gina Sam, a nationally acclaimed women's digestive health expert and the former director of the prestigious Mount Sinai Gastrointestinal Motility Center in New York, told me. And honestly, I thought she was crazy. But she explained to me that more fiber doesn't actually do anything for a likely root cause of women's tummy troubles. To help that, Dr. Sam gave me a daily 7-second gut fix that can help improve the gut lining and microbiome, so women can eat the foods they love without worrying about gas, bloating, or getting blocked up. She made a free presentation that explains it all, so it's going to start here in a few seconds. Hit the full screen button and watch it to the end. Dr. Sam also explains how to do the 7-second gut fix and how to help improve the gut lining and microbiome health. Enjoy it.
Hi there. My name is Dr. Gina Sam, MD, and as a leading gut doctor with 20 years of experience and a private practice in New York City, I'm going to talk about a frighteningly common root cause of constipation and bloating. Trust me, it's not what people think it is. I'm also going to explain exactly why folks should never use fiber supplements, laxatives, or probiotics for constipation. The sad truth is, many Americans choose temporary solutions while never addressing a serious problem I see in many patients, a clogged colon that's backed up with impacted fecal matter. The digestive system is one of the most important systems of the body. We know this because when someone is backed up, it can lead to seemingly unrelated problems almost anywhere, including painful cramps, heartburn, embarrassing gas, weight gain, low energy, fatigue, depression, achy joints, headaches, bad skin, and even bad breath. And if someone can't fully empty their bowels every morning, it can cause toxic accumulation and damage to nearly every cell, organ, and gland inside the body. Over time, this can lead to feeling sick and lethargic to the point where most people simply give up hope. Not to mention the constant bloating and constipation. That's why I'm also showing my 7-second bowel-releasing morning ritual that will help force a clogged colon to flush its contents like clockwork every single day. So get comfortable, stick with me, and really pay attention because this information can set people and their loved ones free from embarrassing and frustrating digestive issues for good. My name is Dr. Gina Sam, and I've had the great fortune to be voted as a top gastroenterologist in 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021. Besides treating affluent clients, celebrities, and athletes in my exclusive New York City practice, I also make time to do charity work in my home country, the small island of Trinidad in the Caribbean. You see, my inspiration to be at the top of my field comes from a very deep and personal place. I lost my sister in the World Trade Center when our country was attacked on 9/11. And while I've never really fully gotten over that loss, it was my single biggest inspiration to pursue a career in medicine, and most importantly, make my sister proud. I promised myself that at any cost, no matter how hard I had to study, no matter how many 14-hour days I worked, no matter how many all-nighters I spent pouring through research studies, I would contribute in some way to helping people and making a very real, tangible impact on the world. So after getting my medical degree at Tufts University School of Medicine, I went on to serve as the director of the Mount Sinai Gastrointestinal Motility Center for several years and founded the Institute of Gastrointestinal Motility Disorders and Integrative Health. During that time, I was among the very first doctors to research the link between the gut microbiome and excess weight. I was even able to discover how bacterial overgrowth can lead to constipation. And I'm humbled to be among a very small handful of doctors who understand this topic on a deep level. My specialty is called gastrointestinal motility, which is just a fancy way of saying digestion speed, or in other words, pooping speed. My entire focus is on perfect digestion and achieving full and complete elimination of the bowels. Because of my deep and vast experience with real-world digestion issues people experience, I've become known for solving complicated medical mysteries. They say all roads lead to Rome. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but most, if not all, medical mysteries in my world lead to the gut. In fact, for most people suffering with gas, bloating, constipation, I'm their last hope. By the time most of my patients make it to my office in New York City, they've already seen tons of doctors. The only reason they're seeing me is because no one else was able to help them. For example, a 73-year-old woman recently came to me complaining of horrible diarrhea that alternated with constipation. Most doctors would treat either the constipation or the diarrhea, not realizing both symptoms were coming from a single problem. When a patient gets to that stage, often the only solution is the daily manual removal of the poop by a healthcare professional. It can be an intrusive, humiliating procedure I wouldn't wish on anyone. She kept a list of foods which would trigger her digestive problems, and over the years, that list of foods she couldn't eat just kept on growing and growing. Luckily for her, I was able to figure out what was wrong pretty quickly. She had some nasty foreign invaders in her gut, so all I had to do was show her how to eradicate them. Then, once they were gone, I showed her how to quickly replenish her microbiome so her gut was happy and healthy again. And after those two simple changes, she finally found relief from her tummy issues and was able to have a full, satisfying poop again every morning without laxatives. Word spread quickly, and the Washington Post did a huge nationwide story, and pretty soon my office was flooded with phone calls and new patients. This all happened because I made it my mission to focus on one question. Why do so many Americans experience stuck poop? And why are they unable to fully empty their bowels every morning the way nature intended? In a minute, I'll show you a 7-second morning ritual you can do right now at home to help release old stuck bowels without coming to my office in New York City. Because until now, if a patient struggled with feeling backed up, with painful or irregular pooping, most doctors would offer one of the following 3 solutions. The first solution most doctors recommend is to simply eat more fiber. Now, don't get me wrong, getting more fiber in the diet is good because fiber helps bulk and soften poop and can sometimes help push poop out temporarily, giving the impression it's actually helping to relieve constipation. But the problem is that most people who are backed up have too much bacteria in their system. So, the fiber actually begins feeding the bad bacteria and other organisms and creates gas and uncomfortable belly bloat. Not to mention, most commercial fiber products are loaded with harmful artificial sweeteners and flavors to mask the horrible taste. Plus, there's at least one common fiber supplement sold in most local supermarkets and pharmacies that everyone should avoid. But this particular fiber supplement I'm referring to contains benzidine, a substance that's known to contribute to a life-threatening condition. The kind that requires chemo. Yeah, it's no joke. So I can't, in good conscience, recommend most fiber supplements to anyone because some of the most common ones out there might not be safe. The next thing most doctors recommend is to try taking laxatives. Now, a laxative is a chemical, usually polyethylene glycol, that helps stimulate the body to poop more. It's a chemical. Polyethylene glycol is actually derived from petroleum and is used in jet fuel, and there's nothing natural about it. It literally forces the intestines into involuntary peristalsis, dumping their contents in a sometimes violent way. And yes, of course, this means they can work temporarily. However, laxatives are devastating on the body and can even destroy parts of the colon. In one study, the mucosal lining was negatively impacted to the point where the natural folds inside of the intestine had turned completely smooth. And like a bald tire that's lost its grip, once the colon loses its shape, form, and elasticity, it stops being able to remove fecal waste matter from the body. In a minute, I'll demonstrate how to release the bowels the way nature intended and help regenerate the delicate lining of the intestines at the same time. The third and final failed solution is probiotics. Probiotics have exploded in popularity over the past 4 years, and they would be amazing for you if only they could travel to the right place, the microbiome. You see, the microbiome resides in the large intestine. Out of the total 30 feet in length of the digestive tract, the large intestine makes up the very last 4. The problem is, in order to get any benefit from probiotics at all, they would not only have to travel through the hostile acidic environment of the stomach, they would also have to make it completely past the 22-foot-long small intestine as well. It just doesn't happen for most people. Even more importantly, the small intestine should be clean and free from all bacteria, including the ones found in probiotics. Bacterial overgrowth in the small intestine interferes with digestion and causes bloating, constipation, fatigue, inflammation, achy joints, and unexplained weight gain. There is a better way to finally address this common root cause of why so many Americans are backed up and suffer from terrible digestive issues. Now, the key to solving this problem is first understanding how the digestive system works. Food travels down a tube called the esophagus, which connects your mouth to your stomach. It's then propelled through your esophagus, as well as other parts of your digestive tract, by a series of muscular contractions called peristalsis. The process of peristalsis is a little like squeezing a tube of toothpaste. The muscles behind the food squeeze together, while the muscles in front of the food relax. When the food enters your stomach, bile and digestive enzymes break it down. And then, as your food reaches your small intestine, the nutrients from your food are absorbed into your bloodstream. The leftover waste, which consists of indigestible fiber and bacteria, is what you see as poop. And that makes its way into your large intestine, then your colon, and then finally into your toilet. And when things are working the way nature intended, Poop slides out effortlessly. You experience full elimination daily, without pushing, straining, and squeezing. And you can enjoy nearly any food without bloating or discomfort, enjoying a feeling of lightness and cleanliness every morning. However, when pooping speed slows down, people experience dry, hardened poop, painful constipation, and other painful side effects like hemorrhoids, bleeding, and anal fissures. And not to mention, leaving behind up to 10 or even 15 pounds of undigested waste fermenting in the belly. For many years, this slowdown was a mystery even to the top gut doctors. Then in 2020, a study came out which validated what some of us already suspected, and multiple follow-up studies confirmed it. It was discovered that a primary cause of slow bowels is methane gas. Methane gas damages the sensitive nerves of the intestines. That damage makes it hard for the intestines to move food through the digestive tract, which causes it to get stuck. Worse yet, methane gas not only slows digestion, but also causes bloating, cramping, gas, and excess weight gain through overabsorption of calories, because the food is just sitting there and has nowhere else to go. Makes sense, right? But a question I often get from my patients is, where did the methane even come from? Why am I producing all this foul-smelling gas? Good question. You see, it's well known that digestion-slowing methane gas is actually the byproduct of microscopic invaders called archaea. Archaea are ancient, single-celled organisms that can live in extreme environments like salt lakes or hot springs, and also inside animal and human guts. Once inside the body, archaea take hold in the small intestine. Then, these microscopic bugs get to work and slow down pooping speed in order to create an environment that suits their colony and offspring at the expense of a person's health. They slow digestion to increase their own feeding time so that their colonies can thrive and grow faster. In other words, a backed-up gut is a 5-star luxury resort like the Ritz-Carlton to these invaders. Not to mention archaea poop, too. And when they do, it sits around filling up the intestines. Eventually, all their waste gets absorbed into the bloodstream because it has nowhere else to go. Unfortunately, this can lead to problems like headaches, joint pain, heartburn, bad breath, brain fog, fatigue, and even weight gain. Now, archaea is not the only invader that can interfere with digestion. And I don't want to scare anyone, but there are many other parasites that can affect a person's health too. For example, tapeworms live in the gut and can grow as long as 12 inches. Amoebas make themselves at home in the gut and pollute the body, making one feel sluggish and tired. Hookworms entrench themselves in the walls of the intestines and can lay up to 30,000 eggs per day. And someone might think, but I'm a clean person. I wash my hands, I fully cook my food, and I haven't traveled to any weird countries. How would I get these invaders? All it takes is shaking hands with someone infected, or one cook infected with a parasite not washing their hands after a bowel movement, and then preparing food. It can even happen at a 5-star restaurant. In fact, I see it all the time, even with my wealthy clients in New York City. Parasites live on the skin of improperly washed fruits and vegetables. They live on doorknobs, handrails, and sink fixtures. They can hitch a ride on a pet. They live in tap water and are rampant in public spaces like restroom sinks and elevator buttons. And the reason why you'll sometimes hear the saying, all disease originates in the gut, is because there's a vast array of blood vessels that surround the intestines, feeding all of the other organs. If someone hasn't pooped in 2-3 days, even a week, it can't just keep accumulating. This waste has to go somewhere. And unfortunately, it usually ends up going straight back into the body. Many of my patients have already suspected that by the time they come in. They might have bad breath or skin irritation like hives, or maybe they have unexplained weight gain. Now, what if there was a simple way to eliminate archaea, fight off parasites, and get back to having a normal digestive system? It could mean relief for people all around the world who can't make it to my practice in New York City. So I began researching every natural ingredient and at-home methods I could find that could gently eliminate the overgrowth of archaea and naturally restore balance to the gut microbiome. There are tens of thousands of ingredients out there, and most of them have little to no clinical studies. It wasn't until I started looking at rare exotic ingredients used in Southeast Asia that I found what I was looking for. The first ingredient on the list is called berberine. Berberine acts like an army of friendly soldiers that march straight to the gut and help destroy the nasty gut invaders that may have hijacked the body. Not only will it help kill off the nasty archaea, it can also help to fully empty the bowels every day to feel light and energetic again. People everywhere are saying goodbye to uncomfortable gas, straining, excessive wiping, and that bloated belly look, leaving behind a slim and trim midsection that helps them feel confident and sexy again. But remember, berberine alone is extremely hard to absorb and not very bioavailable, which is why I started to experiment with a few other gut healing ingredients that can be combined to increase bioavailability and help deliver faster results in the long term. Next, I evaluated deglycerinated licorice, DGL. Used as a digestive aid for thousands of years, DGL has been shown to help soothe and repair the digestive tract by increasing the body's mucus-producing cells in the gastrointestinal lining. It creates a wet, slippery substance that helps poop easily pass through, so bowel movements practically slide out on their own without pushing or strain. Like a well-lubricated slide, DGL helps poop effortlessly glide through the intestines while unclogging the colon and eliminating the buildup of stuck poop that causes excessive fecal weight issues. Next, I included a 3,000-year-old Asian spice called star anise. Star anise helps stimulate the liver to help release bile, the body's natural laxative. Many people with constipation have low bile and don't even realize it. Bile acids are created in the liver and released into the digestive system to help break down fats so they can be absorbed into the body through the small intestine. Bile acid also softens stools, providing even more lubrication for poop to quickly move through the colon. I also included one of my all-time favorite ingredients, the plant-based polyphenol quercetin. Remember, we talked about how leaky gut is caused by holes in the gut lining that allow tiny particles of poop to leak into the bloodstream, causing headaches, joint pain, and fatigue? Quercetin acts like a repairman and helps cells patch up the holes. Plus, it supports the mucosal lining of the gut, which is the protective barrier separating the contents of the gut from the bloodstream. And the final ingredient, resveratrol, is a key player when it comes to boosting the bioavailability of berberine and unlocking all of its full power, as well as bringing its own powerful set of benefits. Laboratory studies show that resveratrol can block the formation of new fat cells, reduce the accumulation of fat tissue, and enhance fat-burning efficiency. Resveratrol activates genes to stimulate fat burning and increase metabolic heat, also known as thermogenesis, unlocking the body's full fat-burning ability. However, the most overlooked benefit is that resveratrol is known to remodel the gut. For example, studies demonstrate that it increases levels of friendly flora lactobacillus and bifidobacterium while reducing Enterococcus faecalis, a nasty bacteria associated with chronic infections, unexplained weight gain, and even more serious conditions. And to top it off, several studies have shown that resveratrol can improve the integrity of proteins in the cells of the gut barrier. Resveratrol activates the genes involved in maintaining these tight junctions between the intestinal cells so that nothing is leaking into the bloodstream. What's meant to be in the gut stays in the gut. As most of my time is spent treating patients, I've decided that in order to make this the very best product it can be, I would need to find the right manufacturing partner. And after doing a bit of homework, I've decided to partner with the leading nutrition company, Conscious, who have helped more than 700,000 men and women restore their health across the world, and have appeared in publications like Eating Well, Elle, People, Vogue, Allure, and the New York Post, just to name a few. Right now, they have a satisfaction user rating hovering around 99.6%, a near perfect score. I'm proud to partner with such a reputable company that spares no expense when it comes to formulating premium natural products. Introducing Emma. Emma includes 17 gut-healing ingredients synergistically designed to optimize fecal transit time so bowel movements become more frequent and predictable. Emma uses a 3-step microbiome recomposition process to help completely reset the gut to enjoy daily poops that give just about anyone the satisfaction of full release. Step 1 is destroying archaea and other parasitic invaders that might be living and breeding inside the gut. Emma then goes to work, repairing any holes and tears in the gut lining, and at the same time, boosting friendly flora. And lastly, Emma completely lubricates the digestive tract so perfect poops can slide out smoothly with a feeling of complete release while eliminating the buildup of old waste matter. The key is the selectivity of Emma's world-class ingredients to laser target the health-destroying bacteria while protecting and strengthening the natural gut microbiome of friendly flora. And because 80% of the body's happy hormone, serotonin, is produced in the gut, I've had people tell me Emma helped them enjoy a dramatic lift in mood and day-to-day energy levels. Best of all, many customers experience slimming and trimming of the waistline as they release up to 20 pounds of stuck poop. Restore that sexy flat waistline, feel more confident at the beach, or fitting into a favorite pair of jeans. Emma restores control to focus on living life without the worry of digestion constantly in the back of the mind. Emma just might be more powerful than any special diet or probiotic on the planet. Just imagine waking up each morning enjoying a hot cup of coffee or tea, and then completely emptying your bowels with gentle ease. Imagine being on an exotic vacation and having the freedom to actually enjoy it instead of constantly worrying about bloating and cramping. Imagine eating formerly off-limit foods without having to figure out where the closest toilet is. Imagine being able to spend time with family and loved ones while feeling happy and healthy with no discomfort or pain, all while being totally in the moment. Imagine the look on friends' faces as they beg to know how they can get trim and pain-free too. And without digestive issues, intimate romantic moments won't have to be suddenly cut short. Imagine having the confidence and freedom to wear favorite outfits, be more social, and eat out at any restaurant. By now, you should realize that I take great pride in the work that I do. As one of America's leading gastroenterologists, my reputation is everything, and I would only ever attach my name to a product if I 100% believe in it. Bottom line is, quality like this doesn't come cheap. Many of my colleagues have suggested that this product would be an incredible value at even $500. However, because my main goal with this product was to help all of the people who couldn't afford to come see me in my New York City practice, we cut out all middlemen and made it available only through this website. That means you don't need to invest $500 to get your hands on this breakthrough formula. In fact, you don't need to invest $200 or even $100. Today, and for a limited time only, I'd like to offer you a bottle of Emma, a 30-day supply, for just $59. That's more than 40% off our retail price. This deal is not available on Amazon or any other third-party retailer. That's right, just $59. However, you might want to consider taking the 3 or 6 month package. Here's why. It's important to take Emma long enough to completely wipe out all bacteria overgrowth. Otherwise, the infestation could return, along with all the bloating, constipation, and fatigue. Because while many users report noticeable relief in as little as a week, the real magic happens when they take Emma for 90 days or more. That's because Emma's ingredients build up in the body, restoring the digestive system to full optimal function, which means the longer someone takes Emma, the better they'll feel. That's because Emma helps repair and strengthen the digestive tract, allowing all the benefits to appear in the rest of the body as well. Also, shipping in bulk rather than sending one bottle at a time helps me cut down on costs, so I can pass those savings on to you. Plus, you don't have to worry about running out when you really need relief. Our most popular package is the 3-bottle option, which saves you an extra $30, bringing your cost down to just $49 per bottle. It even comes with free shipping. Emma stays fresh for at least 2 years using our specially designed bottles. That means you can feel confident stocking up and securing the best deal possible. Stocking up also means it's easy to share with friends and family who also might be suffering from digestive issues. But as I say this, the price is set to increase. I'm fighting to keep it affordable for the people who need it most. However, I can't guarantee this $59 price beyond today. The last thing I want is for you to come back later and see higher prices, or worse, realize Emma is out of stock. That's why our very best customers are buying 6 bottles at a time, so they can start cleaning out their bowels and starting the process of healing and repair to create that bulletproof digestion that brings freedom and health for years to come. You really want to secure the most savings and stock up for yourself and your friends and family, but time is running out. Don't spend another day dealing with the frustration that comes with cramping, bloating, heartburn, gas, or constipation when the solution is literally a click away. Claim your discount and choose your package below right now. Now, even though Emma has thousands of 5-star reviews, if you're skeptical, I understand. The pharmaceutical industry has done everything it can to hide these natural wonders from the public and push potentially dangerous antibiotics for years. Remember, those giant corporations aren't able to profit from something that comes from God's green earth. And they'll never admit this 100% natural solution has the power to help deep clean your intestines and reset your gut. Because if they did, you'd never touch their synthetic prescriptions ever again. So, to prove this research-backed formula works and make this a 100% no-brainer for you to check out, I'm going to guarantee your order today for a full 90 days. It's a 100% ironclad money-back guarantee based on your complete satisfaction with your experience. That means you don't even need to make a decision right now. Just say maybe, and you have a full 90 days to test it out for yourself. Watch as pounds of stuck poop are released and bowels start moving again. Watch as bloating vanishes. See how good it feels and how trim the midsection becomes, not having up to 20 extra pounds of poop trapped in the gut. Even aches and pains may start to subside, while mood improves, brain fog lifts, and mental clarity becomes razor sharp. Then decide if you want to keep it or not. There's simply no risk. The only risk you could possibly face is the one of pain and regret that you missed out on experiencing this life-changing formula when you had the chance. Go ahead and select your money-saving package below and experience everything I've talked about 100% risk-free right now. So just go ahead and click the button below. If Emma is still in stock, then the order page will appear and you can enter your information. If not, you'll have the chance to add yourself to our waiting list and we'll let you know when more product is available. Remember, you'll save the most money when you choose the 3 or 6-pack multi-bottle options. Plus, you'll have plenty of Emma on hand for the next several months and not risk running out. The order form is fully protected using the very latest SSL 256-bit SSL encryption for total privacy and protection. It's the same security that major e-commerce giants like Amazon.com use. Just enter your order information and we'll rush a fresh supply of Emma straight to your doorstep. Just go ahead and choose your money-saving package below and take advantage of today's 100% risk-free opportunity to enjoy perfectly clean digestion and claim the confidence and freedom you truly deserve. I guarantee you'll be satisfied. If not, you don't pay a single penny. As a doctor with more than 20 years experience, it wouldn't feel right keeping your money unless you get each and every benefit you deserve and truly restore your personal freedom. It's not just a policy, but my personal guarantee. It's that simple. Claim your supply of Emma below, and we'll rush your order straight to your doorstep. Just click the button below now to go to our secure order checkout page. Enter your information, and we'll immediately get to work packing up your order and rushing it straight to your doorstep. I can't wait for you to try Emma for yourself and feel that pleasant relief that comes with a full and satisfying bowel movement. In 20 years, this is the first time I've seen a product do what it can do in a natural, yet totally comprehensive way. As a doctor, a big part of what I practice is compassion. In fact, without compassion, it's impossible to have a 20-year career in healthcare. This is difficult, life-sacrificing work. Without compassion, a person will not last more than a couple of years in this field. As New York City's leading gastroenterologist, I've seen firsthand how these kinds of problems affect a person's life. Broken relationships, missed deadlines, embarrassment, pain, unwanted weight gain, broken marriages, problems at work, ruined vacations, difficulty concentrating, feelings of self-consciousness, lost or forgotten friendships from avoiding social activities. Some people might say, oh, it's just my stomach. Oh, it's just constipation. Or it's just an inconvenience. Or it's not that big of a problem and I'll deal with it. Well, the truth is there's 80,000 blood vessels, or approximately 15,000 miles of blood vessels surrounding the gut, feeding the rest of your body. So if there's stuck, hardened fecal matter in the intestines, or worse, waste product from parasites or archaea leaking into the bloodstream, it's being spread to all the major organ systems of the body: brain, heart, kidneys, liver, joints, anywhere blood goes, essentially. In fact, a recent study published in Frontiers on Cardiovascular Medicine demonstrated the direct link between the health and cleanliness of your gut to the formation of plaque in the blood vessels. And they also determined that people with leaks in their intestinal lining are far more likely to develop heart disease or suffer cardiac events. The researchers even linked poor gut health to the hardening of arteries. And as frustrating as bloating and constipation is, there could be a much bigger problem lurking under the surface. I've done everything possible to make this product affordable and attainable to anyone who needs it. And if you're still watching to this point, if you're still relating what I'm talking about to your own life, then this could be the single biggest change you make in your health in years. Claim your supply of Emma right now. Choose the 3 or 6-pack for the most savings and the biggest discount. We'll rush it straight to your door. You're always protected by our 90-day satisfaction guarantee, so there's really nothing to lose. Experience what it's like to live your life on your terms with complete freedom. More time with loved ones without feeling anxious or uncomfortable. Feel confident engaging in the activities you truly enjoy without interruption. That's the life you deserve, and you can get it today when you claim your supply of Emma. Thank you very much for watching, and God bless.